Hello, everybody. Very good evening. Welcome to our masterclass on how to get a high paying job in IT with no tech background. So, I hope everybody is so much excited. I can see the people are already started chatting, started knowing each other. Yes, guys, so we have started. I hope you can see me and hear me well. And I'm sure that the ads that you have seen till now must be catchy enough. That's why guys are here, that how we can get things done. Because in this particular webinar, in this particular masterclass, we have brought an amazing guest who is well experienced into a very, very renowned organization. So she will be the right person to tell you that what IT industries are looking for, what we should prepare for, and what are the things that we need to take care, and what are the things we really need to avoid, and a lot of myths we will be clearing in this particular masterclass. So I'm sure everybody is ready and excited. Even I'm also ready, because it's the first time that I'm bringing any recruiter from the big organization where it's a dream company for everybody. All right, so guys, just give me a thumbs up, or give me some you know intuition that yes, am I visible? If you can see me or hear me well, just give me thumbs up, guys, so that I can understand and clear an idea that yes, this basic technicality is okay, so that I can start this particular webinar. So can you guys see me and hear me well? So thank you, Binaz, thank you, Mohsin, thank you, Aditya, thank you, Abid. Now I can see a lot of people are able to see me and hear me well. Perfect enough, guys. Perfect enough. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining over here. Thank you for being here. And so, what exactly we're going to do in this particular masterclass is, because uh, we as a Coding Invaders have been talking to a lot of students, thousands and lakhs of students on a daily basis, where we are observing that non-IT professionals are struggling a lot. And as you have already seen, a kind of lot of layoffs are happening. A lot of layoffs, like Twitter's had laid off a lot of people, Meta has laid off a lot of people, and a lot other organization has laid off the employees. But not saying all of them, but majority of them, I have heard and I've understood with the conversation, that majority of them are from the non-IT background. But somewhere, like if I'll talk about the COVID-19 and COVID situations and this pandemic, somewhere we have understood and realized one thing, guys, that everybody is kind of unsure about their primary source of income if they are from a non-IT background. So what I have been observing is people have started upskilling themselves and trying to make 2 3 options now to make their career a bit balanced. So this is what I have observed. Now the major questions comes in, that when it comes to a serious transition or serious or critical issues in making a better decision in a career perspective, whether you are 25 plus or 24 plus or 30 plus or 35 plus, people are generally relying on the friends or the relatives who are already doing great. But some, due to this, what I have observed by looking at others, I have observed one thing, that people have developed a lot of misconceptions and the myths, and that's why they are not taking actions. And somewhere in India, we have observed that we have that a habit of getting settled. All right, and we love to be into the comfort zone. That's what we are generally observing, that we are into the comfort zone, and we don't want to go out of it, and we are very much scared when it comes to taking a risk or something. And it comes when you have less knowledge or less awareness, or maybe you are interacted with the wrong people. So to solve all this problem, all non-IT people, or even the people who are in IT but looking forward to make their career in a data analyst profession as a data scientist or data analyst, then today in this particular masterclass, we will be clearing all your doubt directly by interacting with our guest speaker, who will be helping you to sort out all the problems. All right. So whatever the questions you guys will be having, I will be taking your questions and asking to her, and we'll be solving all the problems. All right. As I can see, a lot of people have already started texting me. So guys, yes. So let me understand you all, and I would love to interact with all of you. All right. if till we will just wait until the time our guest speaker comes. Meanwhile, I just wanted to interact with you all to understand that where are you from, guys, and how old are you, so that I can understand, the demographics of the audience who's here, so that accordingly I will derive the whole webinar with the guest speaker, so that you guys can stay till the end, because there's a lot of interesting things and the surprises is there in this particular webinar, and I'll be announcing right away in just few minutes. So I can see a lot of people are from Lucknow, Thane, Maharashtra, Hyderabad, 24, 26, 25, and 22, Karan. So I can see a lot of people are. It's like almost all over the India. There's a guy who is 47 years of old. Okay, I understood. I understood. So a lot of the people are from all over the India. Thank you so much for joining over here in this particular evening, and definitely this is going to be an amazing session for you all. And I can see that a lot of people have already some experience and looking for a career change. Somebody has written that good evening, 23 years old, jobless. Okay, so you will get a solution for sure. I'm not here to give you a job or something, but yes, I can give you a direction how you can crack it for sure. I am 65-year-old Godwin D'Souza. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. 65 years of age, people have already joined. Would love to interact with you. So I have got a pretty much clarity that what sort of people are. So now let me tell you about myself. My name is Amir Akhtar, guys, and I'm a career consultant, and I have helped more than 237 plus people to find a job in a data analytics. So I will be telling you a lot of stops, what a lot of problems which I have understood from the people when they are hesitating and looking for transition into data analytics profession. So you will be getting all the things. As you can see, the link of my LinkedIn link is into the chat section. If you wanted to interact with me personally, you can text me. Even the silliest question, I would be happy to help you out. So here's my LinkedIn link, guys. If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me. So overall, in this whole career, what I have done, so I have total 5 years of experience, and what I have done till now is like I generally help people to get into the right profession if they are looking to change from a non-IT to IT. So if I talk about my strengths, so I've generally helped people to get into this data domain specifically because I'm specialized into it. And there's a lot of misconceptions and the myths generally we observe in the non-IT profession people, and due to which they are still, they are still like into these bad packages. So when I clear their myths, when I make their roadmap in such a way that they are safe and they are not, they are always into the win-win situation, then they take these decisions and all. So, guys, as you are asking me again and again about my LinkedIn profile, so there's a link I've already shared. You can connect with me, and I can see I've already started getting the connects. So, you guys connect with me, and I can help you out. So, I'll be sharing with you a lot of experience in this particular webinar. That what exactly is gonna be, what are the challenges the people faces, and the one major challenge people face is that that I don't know the C of the coding, and I'm from operation background, or I'm from a business background or a sales background, or I'm a bank receptionist, how I can become a data analyst, blah 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 blah. So a lot of things you will be getting. So I have all helped all those people. Trust me, honestly, I have helped all those people, and it is genuinely very much possible, because that's the kind of a myth people generally think, that if they are from a non-IT, then they cannot do it. But trust me, if I give you an exact digit, then as per my analysis, more than 53% of the people in the IT industry are from a non-IT background people. Because now in India, if I'll talk about, guys, then to be very honest, India has a millions of jobs. You can just go to the Google and just enter data analyst profession. You'll find millions of jobs. Now, why the people are not getting a job? The problem is they are not skilled enough. They are not skilled enough, and there's a lot of pre-assumptions, and there are a lot of myths already in their mind, due to which they are not able to crack it. And trust me, the IT industry are not really caring about this IT background or stuff. They are more concerned about your skills, and that's why they are aggressively hiring. Are you getting me? So, all right, guys. So I guess you guys can hear me well. So I was just checking my mic indicator that it is on or not. So we will be discussing a lot more things. But today, right now, I just want to tell you that you are watching the masterclass, which is from Coding Invaders by Mentors Pro. So let me tell you and that what exactly this Coding Invaders is, what we do, and why we are doing this particular masterclass. So Coding Invaders is basically a platform where we help all the non-IT professionals to get into high-paying IT professions. So we have already more than 22,000 plus students who have studied with us, and we have already trained more than 100 plus companies employees. So we go and train their employees to be up to date so that they can stay in the market confidently. And on an average, if I'll talk about our students who are cracking their packages, so they have cracked the packages in between 30 to 400%. And this is not something which I'm just kidding or I'm just saying to create a hype. It's not like that. It's legit. 90% of employment rate is there in the courses. Why? Let me tell you why. Because there's too many of vacancies, but that is not the only reason. And we know what sort of skills is required to crack that job. So we know how to put the right skills in the right employee or the candidate on the right company, and that's how we win the game. So we will discuss more on this at the end of this particular webinar, but before that, let's try to understand, guys, from where you guys got to know about us. Yeah, I'm sure you are able to see this particular screen that maybe you guys have saw our ads on a Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or you were just looking for some courses and you found this stuff all of a sudden on our internet. You can just give us two, or if you just got something announcement from your family, friends, and colleague, or anything others, you can just comment down that what exactly the main reason you just landed over here in this particular webinar. So what was the main reason? Did you saw just an ad, or looking for the courses, or you just got a referral from your friends or something? All right, all right, all right. So I can see a lot of people are saying one, YouTube, Instagram. Perfect enough. Perfect enough. Perfect enough. So a lot of people saw an ads and they came. I'm sure that you guys must be having that query and the kind of ad that you saw. You must have felt that how is this possible now you're watching. So I'll make sure that in this particular webinar today, that I'll make this particular webinar the meaningful webinar and the valuable webinar for you all. All right. So somebody saying that I'm fascinated about coding. I would just wanted to recorrect once again that don't get fascinated, but yes, get passionate about this particular coding. Then only you will crack this thing up. Okay, because people are, trust me, more fascinated towards the fancy names. People actually don't know what is the difference between data science and data analyst, and they are just running behind a lot of things what their friends are doing. So the most important thing is to understand whether you this is your cup of tea or not. So that too also we will be discussing over here. Trust me, guys, if you agree with me, majority of people don't know, like 90% of people don't know what is the difference between data science and data analyst. And they are just doing what their friends and the hyped up things is happening, and they're just doing it. Right? So that is the real thing I'm observing. And let me tell you one, I'll give you one myth buster to you. People are more concerned, like nowadays people are more doing PG diploma in data analytics, PG PhD or something, masters in data science or something crazy stuff which is like 4 lakh 5 lakh rupees they're investing. But trust me, guys, let me tell you one interesting thing. Just go on a Google and search data analyst job. Whatever the job description you will get, just read it. Nobody is asking about the degree. Yeah, only graduation is needed to get the eligibility. But when you will just see, they will just ask hands-on experience on 2 3 tools. That's it, nothing else. You can just Google it. I'm just giving you a practical answers. Just because of the less awareness, people are buying expensive stuff. So you need to see that. Okay. Thank you, Kushal Goyal, for for accepting this. Yes, this is a reality. So we're going to discuss a lot of things, okay, in this particular webinar. And I'm sure you guys have already seen that what exactly is happening nowadays. All right. I'm sure you guys are excited, and I'm making this interesting for you all. And more on this, if you want to get more detail, the link is into the chat section. Go and check out Coding Invaders. You'll get a better idea. Now, what we will talk about today in this particular webinar. So we will try to understand how to move to IT with no tech background. To understand this, I just wanted to know that what exactly your background you guys have. Can you just comment down your profession? What background do you are you from engineering background? Are you from a commerce background? Are you from banking background? What exactly your your background is. I would love to know that what professions or the background you guys are. Just comment down, guys. Everybody who is watching me right now, yes, you go and please comment. Somebody is saying that finance, IT, plumber courses online and offline, IT, BBA, commerce, engineering. I'm from commerce. Come on, guys, just comment down. Let me understand your profession, and accordingly, I'll be asking to the guest speakers. All right, maybe in just like a few minutes they will be coming. Don't worry about it. And BTech in marketing, nursing background. I have completed my civil engineering diploma, BTech, BSc. So a lot of people, I can see a 95% people are from a non-mechanical engineering. Hi guys, I'm also a mechanical engineer. So I'll help you to understand. BTech mechanical, all the engineers, hi, but all the non-engineers also. Like I'm really grateful. I really appreciate your effort, guys. So we will be understanding how we can do. Right, I can understand the pain because I'm also from a non-IT background, so I can much better relate. And I have a full proof. I have already transformed more than 237 plus people. So I have a whole idea how we did it and how we made it possible and how we made this model working. So we will understand how to move to IT with no tech background. And then we will understand how to build a CV, crack an interview and get a job into best companies. But trust me, guys, when it comes to CV, what people generally thinks. People generally thinks that it's making just a PDF and that's all, nothing else. No, yeah, I'll tell you one interesting thing about why CV is very important. So, if you will be applying into any big companies, guys, let me tell you one thing. So, when you're applying into big companies, for sure, every day 5,000, 10,000 lakhs of CVs are coming in their website. Now, the main question is why they would shortlist your CV. So, there is no human as such available over there who will be watching every single CV and then they are shortlisting. No, they use ATS, applicant tracking system. This software just check out those particular keywords. Let's suppose they want some employees, they want some candidate who is from who knows Power BI, who knows Google Sheet, who knows statistics and everything. So they will search only those keywords. So the maximum keywords which will match in their CV of lakhs of dump CV, those CV will come on the top. The way you search anything on Google, let's suppose you're searching how to become rich. All right. So the maximum keyword, if we will match with any other website, that website will come on top. All right. So same goes to your CV as well. They use ATS for that. And to get your first call, it's very, very much important to make the structured CV to get it tracked. Trust me, it's not a kind of very easy stuff which generally people thinks. All right, so you have to be very much structured enough. All right, so these are the things you will be discussing. And if I'll talk about the what most you will be learning, so you will be learning about the tips and tricks with the senior tech recruiters and a lot other with our guest speaker as well. And what you will get in this particular webinar, so we will be getting a chance to ask a question to our guest speaker as well, and you all will be getting a certificate of participation as well. And you will also get a special offer for our DA courses as well and a lot more others. Now I have an amazing announcement to make, guys. Thank you so much for staying this till time, but I have an amazing announcement. You have to watch this webinar till the end, and I am going to start one contest right now in front of you, and I'll be ending this contest just after we are done with the Q&A session with our guest speaker, and I'm going to give our premium course of data analytics from Coding Invaders, which promises job guarantee, and we are going to give it for free in this particular webinar. Now, how to participate in this contest? The link is into the chat section. Hurry up, guys. Go participate. I'll just give you few minutes. Go register and give me a thumbs up that yes, you are done, so that accordingly I will proceed ahead. So I'm again saying that I'm going to start. I have already started this particular contest, and in this particular contest, I am going to give a premium course of a data analyst, which is 6.5 months, which provides a job guarantee agreement, and you will win it for free, and you will be enrolled into the job guarantee batch. So don't miss this chance. You just need to stay here till the end of this particular webinar and keep watching and be ready with all your questions, and I'm sure everybody is very much excited about it. All right, so I'm just checking my sheet, guys. I can see that people have already participated in registration. All right, keep doing it. So we are conducting this masterclass guided in support of our data analytics course from Coding Invaders. It's one of the most popular program, and we have already a good placement rate, as I discussed with you, and I have told you the reason why it is like that. So as I told you, why it is growing, because data analytics are huge and it's already like keep growing, and we will be understanding the reason why data analytics is more growing with our experts as well. So I'm sure that you must be trying to understand more about it. So if I'll talk about the jobs, then as per the calculations, what we have observed, that by 2026 we will be having 11 million jobs. Now it's time to get yourself a skill and grab those opportunities. So if you will not, remove your myths, if you will just remove your pre-assumptions and just get yourself a skill, you will definitely going to have a better life for sure. So we will discuss more on this at the end of this particular webinar. So now in this time, I just wanted to understand from you all that, just have some warm-up questions to understand about you guys. Whoever is asking me the registration link to go in the participate in the contest, the link is into the chat section. Go register it. I can see that, right? So now there's a three options. I just wanted to understand your goals, guys. That what is your career goals, and what are the main fears about changing your a career if you're a non-IT profession. There must be some challenge, right? Maybe you job security or finance issues, or maybe like anything, right? So just give me one, two, three. Like which one is the main? What is the challenge you guys have? Stability, and like third is like what strength do you have that will help you to. So we'll try to understand with you all. Just comment me down. So Gaurav is saying that recession and stability in data analytics. And Shruti Garg is saying, is there any age limit to start IT career? All right. Naseed Zalsi want to learn ML in the future. Money, a lot more salary hike, and a time for a family. Understood. So almost all sort of a problem, and I can, if I just segregate the category, I can understand that people are more sort of concerned towards money and a better lifestyle balance, work life balance as well. I got it. I got it. Fine then. Fine then. I got a pretty much clarity, guys. So the time is over now. The wait is over. So we have our amazing guest, who is Nikita Gupta. I hope, Nikita, you can see me and hear me well. If you are here, we were waiting for you. Hello, Nikita, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, hi.
Hi. It's like very good good morning, first of all, from Coding Invaders and from the hundreds of audience. And I won't give much introduction because it will definitely suit you when you will say. So, passing on the mic to you. Could you please tell us about yourself?
Sure, sure. First of all, hi everyone. Good morning. I think it's pretty early for me, 6:30 a.m. But I wanted to come and like share my views and help and answer as many people as I can.
Mhm. Mhm.
So please feel free to share your questions. Feel free to actually like ask anything. I'm more than happy to answer as many questions as I can.
Mhm.
Hi, so this is Nikita. I currently have like 5+ years of experience in recruitment.
Mhm.
I have been working with like all the top companies. Currently, a senior tech recruiter with Uber. Before this, I have worked with AWS.
Mhm.
I work for startups as well.
Mhm.
My role is obviously as a recruiter. I hire people on day-to-day basis, especially development or developers. Before
Mhm.
this, I was like currently I'm in US, but before this, I was in Singapore. I was working with a top digital marketing agency. I was there working as a senior data analyst. So my role was more into data analytics, and I did my master's in analytics. And before that, I did my bachelor's in computer science back in India, and I worked as a software developer. So actually, I've shifted my career twice. This is my second shift as a as a recruiter. But I think after going or after started working as a recruiter, I really love what I'm doing. So that's where I'm here. And also, I am currently a career influencer with 140K plus social media followers.
Wow.
Yeah, and also I'm running my own startup, Career Flow. We recently rebranded. Previously, it was known as FAANG Path, where we were helping the job seekers. And right now, also, we are helping job seekers, but it's more on now we are providing free tools. Last week, we launched our LinkedIn review tool. So if you guys want, you can use that tool. It's free, of course, you don't have to really pay for it. So we have been doing and helping people.
Mhm.
The goal is to just like I think everyone knows recession is coming, layoffs are happening, and
Mhm.
scenario is not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we just went out one step ahead to help as many people as we can.
Wow, I got it. So even we like we are very much excited to understand all these things. Even we you can see a lot of already questions are coming. But before we start, guys, our guest speaker is in US. That's why like the time difference is there. I don't think this is a recorded one. It's a live one. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, it's like in the morning in the US, right? So we have to understand this. All right. So moving on, we have a lot more questions to discuss about it regarding the job and regarding the profession. And after the pandemic, Nikita, like we are kind of very much uncertain about the primary source of income. Now we are more thinking that how we can, make ourselves up, upskill ourselves and stay on this particular game and nothing can affect us. So we wanted to understand a lot more things. So if I just understand from you, Nikita, that as you are continuously into this recruitment and doing a lot of things not only in India but also abroad, so what are the top three in demand professions in IT market as per your
Yeah,
experience?
sure. So definitely the top three or top requirements or the skills which are there. Obviously, one of them definitely is engineering, because engineering is not going anywhere. Engineering is just staying there, and engineering is always going to be part of where skills are always required, or it's always being there. So make sure that you obviously do that. Then other than that, data analytics is there for sure. Me being a data analyst for almost 5 years of my
Mhm.
career, even
Mhm.
doing masters in analytics, business analytics, data
Mhm.
analytics is not going anywhere. So I did my masters in, I enrolled in 2014, and then obviously I graduated in 2015. So it's already been like 7+ years since I graduated.
Mhm.
Still I can see so many like opportunities there, and it's still evolving. Like new roles are coming in, new technologies are coming, new tools are coming, but the role
Mhm.
is still there. Earlier, when I remember, they used to be just data analyst, data scientist, and data engineer, like few type of. But now people are also like, and everyone know that social media is becoming very famous in COVID time. Like everyone is going
Exactly.
social. So
Mhm.
now, in even in small startups, people are
Mhm.
hiring data analysts, people are hiring
Mhm.
data people, and the reason is because using data, you can make better decisions. You can actually decide whether you want to go to A direction, whether you want to go to B direction, and
Mhm.
without seeing data, it becomes really difficult for you. So
Mhm.
everyone is using data. Like even today, like being a career influencer, I tap
Mhm.
into data to understand what audience is coming as my follower, whether they are like my post is working or not. So if I have to
Mhm.
check those numbers or I have to make a decision, I will
Mhm.
go behind the numbers. Like I will be
Mhm.
like, okay, these are the numbers, and based on that, I should repost my post or not. I should like go in this direction or not. So data is something which is really, really important in
Mhm.
today's world, and that's where I think you need to understand that one of the like very, very what should I say, always going to be there, and always
Mhm.
one of the most demand professions being there.
Understood, understood, understood. So, like you said that you see the analytics on that basis, you understand whether we need to post it again or not.
Mhm.
And I guess this is just like a kind of a beautiful example you shared. But this data analysts are also more sort of involved into a crucial business decision making thing as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because we are like, if I talk about India, you
Mhm.
know like every month we have a bunch of startups already getting registered.
Yep.
So can I come to the conclusion by saying that data analytics is a sort of a kind of a catalyst which help us to take a quick and accurate decision when it comes to growing any business?
Yeah, for sure. Like as I said, without data, if you're taking very, I mean, I should not even say only crucial decisions, but also like in general, any decision for your business, it's going to be like your decisions are based on some hypothesis, like some random like thing going in your mind, and you're like, okay, I should take this decision because I feel this or I have seen this, right? So based on whatever you are seeing or hearing or assumptions, you make some decision, and it can go, obviously it can go in the wrong direction as well, in the right direction. I'm not going to say 100% that it will be
Yeah.
wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
because you are guessing it, so majority of the time you will be wrong. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're taking any decision based on the numbers which are coming from analytics, and I think everyone, like if you make any website, like a random, like even if it's a one page website,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
anything, people are actually using Google Analytics to track it, right? Like they are seeing
Mm-hmm.
the reports, and they're seeing how many visitors are coming, how many people are clicking on this button, how many people are buying it, how many
Mm-hmm.
conversions are. So when people see all those numbers, it becomes easy for them to actually decide that
Mm-hmm.
whether we should go ahead with making some changes on the website, whether we are getting customers or not, whether we are targeting wrong people, whether we are getting conversions, what is the problem happening, and if there is some problem happening, then how we can tackle it. And based on those like changes or whatever you're doing, your business becomes more and more important in a way that those steps, whatever you are going to take it, like whether you want to hire, like for example, a UX person, because your website UX is not good, right? People
Mm-hmm.
are like just bouncing back a lot. Your bounce rate is
Mm-hmm.
quite high. So you will take some decisions based on the numbers, which can
Mm-hmm.
actually help you to use your money or your thing in a good way, and it will give you also results. Otherwise, obviously, you can spend your money in any way. No one is going to stop you. It's your money. But will your decision be right? That
Mm-hmm.
no one knows.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. So that's why this particular every business needs a data analyst, and that's why it is not something which is a bubble, but it is something which is going to be going more and more because the world is going data driven or something, right? So as I can see with the proper understanding with our guest speaker guys, the vacancies are so much not only in India but also in abroad for sure. And as per our calculation, we are observing we are going to have a millions of jobs. Now the only thing is stopping us to get ourselves skilled. Why? Because having this much of vacancies but still we are sitting unemployed or not happy with the salary, then we are maybe in the comfort zone, or maybe we are having a lot of pre-assumptions which we need to clear and start taking actions. All right, now if I'll tell you how exactly we help you to get into job guarantee, it's very simple and it's very logical. We have a bunch of vacancies which we know, we have a lot of networks which we know. Now the important thing is we know what to teach and how you can go to the right organization at the right time and pitch yourself in such a way with the prepared portfolio and how you can get the things done. We will discuss more on this at the end of this particular webinar. But meanwhile, I want to remind you guys we are still into this contest, and all the people who have given his valuable time with our experienced guest speaker, we are giving this premium data analyst course that too for free. So the link is into the chat section. Participate in the contest, and after Q&A, I'll be announcing the winner. All right. So here comes another question. As you can already see, that people are more considering that about their age, and they mentioned that what exactly I have a career gap, a lot of problem. All right. So as you are already so much of experience, if you just give us an honest answer, if anybody something with a career gap or having 40 years of age comes to you, so will these things matters to you, or what you exactly will look for?
Yep. So obviously, age, career gap, and gender don't matter. Like, please, all the women in tech. I like being a woman in tech myself. I would encourage highly all the women out there to please go ahead and like sign up or study or whatever you want to do it. Please do it, because there is no thing that you can't do it, or like a lot of people even or maybe understand that coding is something not meant for women. Please don't do that, because that is not like a requirement that if you're a woman you won't get a job. Then
Mhm.
obviously if you have a career gap, it depends, like first of all how long the career gap is. Like if you're having like 2 years, 1 year, 4 year gap, then you
Mhm.
need to understand that how you need to cover it up in a way that your career gap is not highlighted in a bigger way. And whenever you're going for interviews, your profile is getting selected, you actually have an answer to support that
Mhm.
why you took a career gap. Like a lot of people might take it for personal reasons, and that's completely fine. But say it very loudly, say it very openly, don't hide it. And try to also say that, okay, though I was on a career gap for whatever period, but I
Mhm.
was doing a certificate, I was doing a course, I was like changing, like even like for example in my case I did change my career. So then I can say that yes, I was taking a break, I was on a career gap, But during that time period, I was trying to change my career from X to Y. And and for that you need to support it by, like, you can say that I was doing an internship, I was
Mhm.
doing a freelancing project, I was doing some personal project, I was doing any part-time job, right? It can be anything, right? So you need to support it by something, or maybe it can be a degree, right? Like you can go
Mhm.
for higher studies, you can go for a like anything, it can be anything, but you need to really be like, okay, this is something which I was doing, and because of which um
Mhm.
it's happening. Obviously, the third thing is, last thing is age. Age don't matter. You can
Mhm.
do data analytics or even anything else at any age. So
Mhm.
even if you are in first year, feel free to move your career into data analytics.
Mhm.
I and obviously if you are like a 40-year, 50-year old person, then also you can go into like data analytics or any other field. One
Mhm.
thing which I can suggest or share is that, because I have done career change twice by myself,
Mhm.
when you try to get into data analytics or any other field, try to explore it, right? Like try to
Mhm.
not rush into it, right? And that is one of the problem or issue I did. What I did is, like, I rushed into different fields, and then sooner or later realized that this is not going to work for me. So to not rush for it, try to do, like as I said, take some internships, take some part-time jobs, do a lot of hands-on experience. So when are you going to do a lot of hands-on experience, then actually it will help you to understand whether this particular field is meant for you or not, and you
Mhm.
really love doing it. Because getting a job and getting a salary is one thing, but getting progress in that role and getting like promotions, getting salary hike is one thing. So
Mhm.
are you really loving your job? If the answer is no, then
Mhm.
obviously you need to really sit back and think and reiterate whether I'm taking the right decision or not. And
Mhm.
if you're really not liking it, if you're not loving what you're doing, then
Mhm.
obviously there will be a chance that there will be a point in your career where you will come and be like, I don't like what I'm doing.
True, true, true. So one thing, Nikita, I really appreciate, you said that you switched so much companies and then you realized not working. And I guess this is something which everybody should try. That if we will not keep on changing or switching, how we would get to understand that this is my cup of tea or not. So it's very much important. If we have into the right zone, we should definitely try. And for
Yep.
sure, we generally respect the fact that you have saved our time by giving this message, because you have utilized a lot of years to get this conclusion, and we are getting it. So guys, you need to be very much active. And one thing I would say that, if you genuinely wanted to make it something big, you have to come out of your comfort zone and start trying all the platforms to know that which is working
Yep.
for me, which is
Yep.
not working for me, and all right. So we will be discussing another questions to understand that. Now, as I get to know from a lot of people, he's a data analyst and he's making good money, and a lot other things we get to hear from a different people.
Yep.
Now, to big
So,
so I would understand that this is which companies to apply and how to move, if you could help us.
yep. So again, there is no right or wrong company. Like if I going to tell you that today that okay, go to Amazon, it's perfect company for you. Go to Google, it's perfect. I mean, I am the wrong person to suggest that this is a list of perfect companies or the right companies or awesome companies. Go and apply, right? So there is no right or wrong company. It
Mhm.
totally depends on your interest, right? Like if you love working for startups, go for it. If you love working for like a big company, go for it. If you
Mhm.
really like dream, or if you really think that okay, this company will help me to grow a lot, go for
Mhm.
it, right? But before you choose or before you really accept the offer, obviously you need to get an offer. That's the first step. Without that you can't
Yes.
work in a company. But before you even get to the point of getting an offer, you need to like again think about what where I see myself in next 5 years, where I see myself, my career growing, where I see my role growing, where I see
Mhm.
myself really be happy, right? Because
Mhm.
as I said again and again, maybe a lot of people might be thinking, why is she saying again and again the same
Mhm.
thing? But because after working for almost a decade in all these companies,
Mhm.
including big tech, startups, I have worked and I work globally. Like I've worked in India, I've worked in Singapore, I've worked in US, I've got offers from Europe, I've got offers from Australia. So having global experience, sooner or later made me realize that more or less every company is same.
Mm-hmm.
You won't find the difference. Obviously, the perks can go here and there, and the
True.
brand name can go here and there, but in from inside, every company is same, right? Like it won't going to be like you won't feel, oh my God, what happened in this company, right? It's going to be same. And I've worked for so many companies.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I think that it's more important to really like you start feeling that okay, this is where I love working, this is where I'm not liking working, right? So you really have to do that and do the research before you join. Go and read the testimonials about the company, go and read about the culture of the company. As a job seeker, you also have the leverage to actually say no to a company. Don't think that because you are desperate to get a job, you have to say yes always, right? You have to accept any offer for any company. Think about it, research about it, talk to alumni of the company, people who are already worked for the company, people who are already in the company right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them and understand, will you like the company? Is it going to be at the same level at what you're looking at? So when you
Mm-hmm.
do all these things, you will realize that sooner or later that this is the type of company I'm looking for, or this is not the company I'm really going for.
Understood. Understood. And one thing I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes like everybody dreams of big companies,
Yeah.
but yeah, for sure, not everybody will get big companies in the first go.
Yeah.
As you said, that firstly we have to enter into any job, and I
Yeah.
feel that if I am entering into the startup also, it's another beautiful thing because I
Yeah.
get to do a lot of things
Yeah.
at the limited time. So it is another sort of a kind of a learning which I will get, and that will help me to get into big companies. Is
Yeah.
it correct?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely startups give you more exposure. Startups
Mm-hmm.
gives you more like things to try out, because in big companies or companies which are very big, they have a structured process.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of like things to experiment. You don't get a lot of variety. Like you are bounded with the part of that you have to do this thing, right? You are not I should not say allowed, but liberty is not there to try. But in startup, because it's a startup and it grows like very frequently, and lot of experiments you can do. You can talk to your manager. You, if you internally want to change your role, you can do that. You can take more responsibilities, you can take less responsibility. So in startups you have more leverage because less people are there. People will listen to you, people will listen to your ideas, people are ready to brainstorm with you. So that's
Mm-hmm.
where the difference you can see in startup over big tech companies. But obviously big tech has their own leverages, or they have their
Mm-hmm.
own perks over startups. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
obviously more experimentation, more freedom is there in startup for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now the another thing which we wanted to understand from your career itself, that you have been into this for so much of year. Do you have any sort of a couple of example where it should be a kind of a very inspiring for our audience to know? Do you have any unique transition where you have seen any people from this background and he came to this background?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. So definitely, first of all, let me clear this that all the companies in IT or tech industry, they also have non-tech roles,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you don't have to think about that a tech company or company which is totally into IT sector, they only hire for tech roles. So if you are a completely non-tech person or targeting a non-tech role, you can still get a job in an IT company or in a tech company. For
Mm-hmm.
example, marketing roles. Even like in data analytics, also there are some totally like where you just focus on reporting, right? Like business analyst, like that is one of the roles which
Mm-hmm.
is there, which is related to data or which is still related to analytics, but that is like a completely non-technical role. So there are still roles which are completely non-technical, but you can still get opportunities in all the IT companies. But you need to make sure that that you understand these roles, you really interested in these roles, and you have something relevant to show. Like if you're coming and be like, I want a business analyst role, but I don't have anything related. Like obviously
Mm-hmm.
degree and so courses or certificate are one thing to show, but other
Mm-hmm.
than that, as I said again and again, that if you have any relevant projects, if you have any relevant internships, if you have anything relevant to add in, then
Mm-hmm.
just show that and be like, okay, this is what I have done as a business analyst on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And using these things, I'm trying to use my experience and I'm trying to get this job. So I've seen people who are coming from completely non-technical background,
Mm-hmm.
who don't like, they're just using their experiences, like whatever their learnings, and based on that they are just putting into that. So that is also you can do, and without having really, what should I say, tech background or coding background, you can
Mm-hmm.
actually really get um, these jobs. And obviously success comes in, it's very simple, like if you are really good at it, like for example, even like a recruiter role, like my role.
Yeah.
So I have a core technical background, so obviously I am an exception, like in my whole company right now, I am the only recruiter who has a tech background, who knows coding, who has already done coding by herself. So for me it's very easy, this job is pretty easy, and I say it very loudly to my manager as well. For
Mm-hmm.
me hiring is quite easy. But overall for people in general, this is like a completely non-technical role. So
Mm-hmm.
I, even if people are coming from non-technical background and targeting this role, they can still get a job and a good salary.
Wow. Wow. So now, if I'll ask you personally, so you are a tech recruiter. Have you already hired any non-tech background people?
Yes, I have hired multiple times, like completely non-tech people and completely people who are coming from non-technical background, and I have loved doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said again and again, I will only like hire them or even move them to the next step
Mm-hmm.
uh, if they have something relevant to show, right? Like something
Yeah.
relevant to the job description, something relevant which I can tap in and be like, okay, based on these things, I'm moving you to the next step. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you don't have anything to show, then
Mm-hmm.
it really becomes difficult for me as well to move the candidate to the next step.
So, if I'm not having anything to show, then in that case, only people do project and prepare the things by saying that I've done these things, and then practice this. On that basis, then recruiters take decisions, right? Okay.
So making something up saying that I did this or I can do this is not going to help you get a job in any
Okay.
way. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say if you're doing a data analytics course, you
Mm-hmm.
really need to show, first of all, you need to add that, okay, I'm doing this course, but you need to also do some hands-on projects. That can
Exactly.
be your personal projects, that can be
Mm-hmm.
your, like while you're doing that boot camp or whatever, you're
Mm-hmm.
doing it with them, that
Mm-hmm.
project, but you need to show something. You need to be like,
Exactly.
okay, and using, why I'm saying again and again why you have to show something is because it will also help you to add keywords. So
Yeah.
data analytics job, and if you're targeting, let's say, data analyst, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned about reporting. So reporting is one thing which is very common in any data analyst job. So if you don't have experience, like in terms of even reporting in, let's say, Tableau, Power BI, or even Excel, then the recruiter is going to ask you, do you have any reporting experience? If the answer is no, obviously
Yeah.
you are not going ahead, because that is going
Exactly.
to be part of your day-to-day job, right? So you
Exactly.
need to show in some way that yes, obviously I was not working in a company, so I don't have big projects, or I have not played with a big data set. But
Mm-hmm.
I was, let's say, you use Kaggle data, and
Mm-hmm.
I know people might be like, how she knows so much. I think because I've worked into data analytics, right? So I know Kaggle and I know everything. So
Mm-hmm.
you can use Kaggle data. You can go there. You can just have like maybe 1,000 rows of data set downloaded,
Mm-hmm.
play it
Mm-hmm.
around in Excel. And if you're doing that and if you're making that as a personal project, that's it, right? Like you can
Yeah.
say, I was using simple formulas, I was having these problems set, this was a solution I provided. So based on that, basically it's easy for you to justify
Mm-hmm.
that this is how you should consider me over any other candidate.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much for this detailed answer. I'm sure it was very helpful to all the people who are have stopping themselves by thinking that I don't have any relevant experience. So here's the solution. All right. So for sure, like and you like there must be some candidate you have rejected, but you know that they could have done better, but they did some mistake and they didn't perform. You rejected them with some mistake. So what are the top five mistakes people make while looking for an IT job generally?
Yep. So top mistakes for sure I can say that people do or make while looking for jobs. First thing which I have been repeatedly saying from starting since I started is they get themselves hurried into a role. Like they just because they are looking for a job, they are very desperate in terms of finding a job, so they just take up any job.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the same mistake. So that's why I'm even saying it again and again that people do that. In India, it's very common that because you're just looking for a job, so whatever job you get, what in whatever company, people just hop on it and people just
Mm-hmm.
take that, right? So that is one thing which for sure I've seen like happening again and again. Then the problem, the mistake which I've seen very commonly, even as a recruiter, people don't work on their resumes and LinkedIn profile.
Exactly.
People don't update their profiles. They don't think that it's really, really important. And being a recruiter and career influencer, I get at least like 50 plus messages on day-to-day basis. And I every like when I try to see their profiles, when try to see their resumes, it's totally empty, right? Like they literally are not working on that. So I mean, it's a request for everyone, whoever is listening to me today,
Mm-hmm.
please don't take it very lightly. Don't really think that these things are not important. I am studying like in a degree program, or I am studying in a boot camp, that is only important for me. It's not, right? You need to really update your profile. You need to stand out from the crowd. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I am repeating that recession, layoffs came in, it's getting
Mm-hmm.
more difficult. More and more people are applying for the same job, 200 people, 300 people applying for the same job. If you're not standing out from the crowd, if you're not really working on it, you will be just lost in the crowd. So don't do that. Work on it and understand the importance. Third mistake for sure, I can see again and again happening, networking. People don't do networking at all. They think that magically they will just sit at home and someone will come and give them a job. That's not going to happen. So
For sure.
please understand that if you're not doing networking, if you're not making like a great network, when you are in need of a job, no one will going to like really support you, right? Like I always had a great network. So whenever I used to need a job, I used to tap into my network, and within few days or within a week, I used to get a job. And network really helps. Like, I mean, I'm not just saying it for the sake of like saying it that you should have a network, but it's also very, very important. So make sure you understand how to do networking, you have a strong network.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously after that, as I said, if you're looking for a career change or if you're looking for a break, then try to work on it. Like try to justify why you took that break, try to learn some new skills, try to tap on different like trends going on in the market, try to update yourself, because that is really, really important for us. When tech is so like industry is so evolving, I should not say tech is evolving, but overall industry evolves so quickly. New technologies comes in, new tools comes in. So try to
Mm-hmm.
get yourself updated. Try to not stick with one thing. Like if you're, let's say, learning Python today,
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow maybe a new thing coming and replacing Python, so you should be aware of it, that what is new coming in. So try to
Mm-hmm.
read news, try to read the trends, and try to see, so
Mm-hmm.
that your skills don't get old, right? Like that is very, very important. Lastly, try to don't get overwhelmed. I mean, the reason why I'm saying is, as a job seeker, when you're applying for a jobs or when you're going through a lot of rejections, you get overwhelmed and you feel that it's only happening with me. If I
Mm-hmm.
tell you how many rejections I've got over my career, over my last whatever experience I had, people won't even imagine. People will say that she's lying, right? Like, no, I have taken screenshots and I've added on my LinkedIn to show to people that rejections are part of life. You might get stop getting rejections today in one part of your life, but you might get rejection in something else. So I might not be applying for a job anymore because I have a stable job, but
Mm-hmm.
I might also be getting rejection in something else, right? So
Yeah.
rejections will come maybe here and there, but you don't have to stop. Like rejection should not make you feel that I should stop or I'm bad at it. It's going to happen and it's going to continue happening in your life. You just have to deal with it. You have to be so strong that I won't stop because of rejections. I won't like really be like, okay, I won't continue applying for jobs. Let's say I applied for 100 jobs and I haven't got an interview call. It's fine, go for it. Like again, apply for 100 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But before you apply for the next 100 job, think about why that rejection was coming. What is wrong you are doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is something which you are missing? What is there, as I said, is not working in your profile? So when you answer those questions, or when you take a mentor, right? Like if you're not getting an answer by yourself, take a
Mm-hmm.
mentor. get
Mm-hmm.
someone onboarded, talk to them, try to understand why it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, get an answer eventually, and then work on those areas and then reapply.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much for this detailed answer. So yes, it's very much important to do it for sure, and I totally agree to it. It was a well great explanation. I wish I could had this at my time. Well, no worries. Now, Nikita, like just because you are from a non-IT backgrounds, you have seen already a lot of people from non-IT backgrounds. So how we can just start looking for a job? Where we can start, getting calls? What exactly is this only LinkedIn or what all platforms we should use?
Mhm. Yep. So there are different platforms. Obviously, LinkedIn is one of them. In Indian Naukris, there
Mm-hmm.
job opportunities listings are there everywhere. Like if you try to just first of all, again, because last point was don't overwhelm yourself. Suggesting 100 job listing is something which
Mm-hmm.
might get you overwhelmed, or you might think that, oh, I have to go for 10 websites, I have to
Mm-hmm.
go for 20 websites. But it's totally up to you, like from which particular website is really working for you. Like for me, LinkedIn always worked, right? LinkedIn has always been a go-to um, website to actually get a job opportunity. So it's
Mm-hmm.
totally up to you, like which website is particularly working, which website is actually giving you an opportunity. Now
Mm-hmm.
it can be anything, but you don't have to again like obviously there was a point that I suggest in try Angel List. I don't know if a lot of people know that or not. Even
Mm-hmm.
Y Combinator is there for funded startups. So there are a lot of websites even for people who are looking for internships. Internshala is there. So I have tried at one point of time different websites in my
Mm-hmm.
career, but in the end, what is working for you, go for that. Like people can suggest hundreds of websites, and I can do
Mm-hmm.
that as I am already doing it. But what in the end is really helping you, whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Naukri, whether it's any other of these job boards, and or the other thing is directly applying through websites or career websites, right? Like directly going through company
Exactly.
website and applying. So it's totally on you how and what is working. You don't have to really get overwhelmed again by different suggestions coming in.
Exactly. And I can understand the one answer from your, you, the suggestion that you gave me to understand which one is working for me. I need to try all these things and then I get an answer accordingly that which one is working for me.
Yep.
Fine, fine, fine. But if I'll give you like, would you agree in this that all-in-one solution is LinkedIn because LinkedIn also helps in networking and it also helps in getting a job notifications if we turn on and a more personalized notification as well and like location wise as well. So we get these things in the LinkedIn as well, right?
Yep, sure. I mean, um, it totally depends again, like what's there and what is like being recommended in terms of what's working in your case for
Yeah.
sure. But like in the end, see, everyone's job search journey or everyone's journey is different, right? Like if you're
Mhm.
going to ask me in general, my
Mhm.
journey would have been completely different with your journey, right? Like I mean, I can
True.
share my experience, you can share your experience,
Mhm.
but it's also we can't compare and we can't be generic about that Nikita got 100 rejections, I should also get 100 rejections. Or I should guess 101 rejections or maybe 99 rejections, right? I
Mhm.
mean, maybe you get a job within two rejections,
Mhm.
right? So now if you're coming and telling that we should compare our journey or we should compare it with someone else and then go ahead with that part,
Mhm.
it's totally wrong. Like, don't do that. Get motivated from people, read their journey, listen to motivate, like as people are listening to me, listen to me, listen to different people who are talking, take advices, list, but don't just be like, no, she said this, so this should be the scenario. Because if you're doing that, then I won't
Mhm.
recommend, or I won't say that, yes, whatever I'm recommending or whatever suggestions I'm saying, like, for example, work on your resume, LinkedIn,
Mhm.
go for work on your skills, get
Mhm.
ready for interviews. So these are the things which are really important and you should do it. But no, because she's working in this company or she has worked in this company or she got a job in like 10 rejections, we should also do that. I mean, that is something which is not going to be okay, because everyone's job search journey will be different. And
Exactly.
also, embrace rejections always. I have accepted my rejections very happily always. I mean, I'm not going to say that I have not cried. I have cried. I have gone um like through the mental part of like, sometimes like just closed my room for days and days and never came out, and always felt that why it's happening. And it's fine, again, it's fine to feel that, but you have to then come back out of your room. You have to stand back again. You can't stop there. You can't just be like, I don't want to do it anymore, because if you're doing that, then you are just running away from it. So that is something which you need to go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I think
Yeah.
people know better. So
So one thing I have understood while talking to you this much, that you genuinely and very passionately believe in DIY culture, do it yourself, and so I can get that particular things, and I genuinely appreciate that. We should
yeah,
definitely implement this. All right. So as we have discussed that what are the platform will work, guys. Also, as like our guest speaker said, that we genuinely need a networking and a mentor. But to save your time, we are also providing this particular help, that how you can get into the right place, because we have that expertise available, we have those hiring partners available, we know what they are looking for, and we can customize your profile and save your time to get the things done. All right. So I wanted to remind you once again, to all the people who have joined in the middle of this particular session, I know you guys have a lot of other questions. We are in just few minutes going to get into Q&A session, where we will be asking a lot of questions. But before that, we will be discussing some pointers in CV and cracking first job. So in just few minutes, we are reaching towards Q&A session. But now I want to remind you once again, guys, we are still into the contest with our guest speaker, that we are going to give this premium course of data analytics, that too for free, which promises job guarantee. So link is into the chat section. If you haven't registered yet, go and register, and I'll be sharing my screen and showing the winner in front of you after Q&A session. So go register, and let's come back to the topic.
yeah,
All right. So now I just wanted to discuss some pointers about the CV, because everybody takes CV so lightly, and so we will be discussing about that. Like, what if I talk about you, just because you, for me, you are I will take you very very much seriously. Why? Because you developed your career from India, now you are in, well settled in US, so everybody's dream about it, this lifestyle. And but they don't know the struggle behind it for sure, but everybody dream about it. So you, as this most experienced user, so what are the most important thing you look when you receive CV?
yeah. So I mean, resumes are, or CVs are like very very important. And being a recruiter myself now, and being a job, I mean, I have been on both sides of the table, right? It's not like
Mm-hmm.
I have never been a job seeker. I've always got a job very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Resumes are so important that people don't understand, as I said previously as well, the importance of resumes, or they don't really know how to build. And I have seen more than, I think, 1,000 resumes for sure till date, like even more than that, because obviously through my job I see so many resumes on day-to-day basis. Through my startup we help people on resumes. So I've seen for sure 1,000 plus resumes, reviewed 1,000, more than 1,000 plus resumes. So after seeing or going through it, obviously there are things which are very common. I've seen that people make too long resumes. People just write theories. People just write like 10 pointers in their experience section. People just write don't add relevant links. People don't even understand that if they are like a new grad or a fresher, then like what is should be the format, or what should be the what should I say, that their education section should come first, then their project should come first, or if they're doing any internship, that should come first, or if they're an experienced candidate, then the experience should come first. And very important thing is like they don't quantify their profile. So randomly people are just adding like pointers, 10 pointers, so many things, but they're not even adding what impact are they making in their current company. What impact did they make with their project, like especially for a data person or someone applying for data analytics job. It's very very important to understand, because data is so important that if you're not saying that using or analyzing this particular data set, I got this particular job, oh sorry, I helped the company grow in this, or this was an impact I made, then as a recruiter or as a hiring manager, it becomes very difficult for me to understand that why are, like, why you were doing or what you were doing with this data set and what was the problem statement. So there's a star format. I don't know a lot of people know about that or not.
Mm-hmm.
It stands for situation, task, action, and result. So try to
Mm-hmm.
follow that in your profile, in your resume, and also it goes hand in hand with your interview process. So when you go into the interview process as well, you can, because your resume is structured in star format already, so when you go into the interview process, you can actually use whatever you have written in your resume, and it's easy for you to say in your interview process. And star format is used by every company when you go through the interview process. So you really need to make sure that your resume is well structured. Within a few seconds, I'm not even saying minutes, within few seconds, your profile or your resume is making an impact. If it's not making an impact, it's going to go into the trash, it's going to go into the bin. People are
Mm-hmm.
just going to reject it. So you need to make them that what is grabbing the attention of the other side of the table, what is making you really go for it. So try to use that and work on it. And again, try to not overwhelm people with the information. Like, information is required, you need to give, but is your information too lengthy or too much, or is your information too less? So people go both ways. Just stay in between. Don't go too much and too less as well. Stay in between and try to add links, add your LinkedIn profile link. Try to make your LinkedIn profile also goes like updated from top to bottom. Add each and everything. Make your profile 5 star. Just like, I mean, I can go on this topic. It's like a separate topic, to be very frank. But try to understand that making a resume is also a skill. Working
Mm-hmm.
on your profile is also a skill.
Okay, one last question. Uh, how much page of CV is required?
Yeah, so for people with experience less than 8 to 9 years of experience,
Mm-hmm.
1 page is recommended resume. I'm
Wow.
not saying a must, but obviously that's a required or recommended one. But if you have experience more than 8 to 9 years, you can still exceed 1 page. But obviously, we highly recommend to stick to 1 page, but you can still exceed 1 page. For people who are from PhD researchers and all, they can make any number of pages of resume because they have publications, research papers, and everything, so you can go any length. And for people who are coming from design background, UX, UI, designing, creative background, they
Mm-hmm.
generally come and say that we want to make a creative resume because we are from
Mm-hmm.
a creative industry. So make two versions of the resume. Don't make
Okay.
one version, and because ATS or the simple one is the recommended. I mean, people who recommend fancies resumes or colored
Mm-hmm.
resumes, please don't listen to them. They
Mm-hmm.
are not going to work in the industry, and you are not going to get interview calls based on your colored resumes or fancy resumes. Make a simple format, easy to
Mm-hmm.
see, black and white resume with no pictures. Please don't
Mm-hmm.
add your photo. It's not your bio data, it's your CV, it's your resume. So don't add your photograph. Don't You can do that in your LinkedIn profile, right? And in your LinkedIn also, please don't add selfies. It's not your professional website. Like, I mean, it's not your social media, it's not your dating website, it's professional networking. So add like a headshot. By headshot, I mean that you can stand in like a proper coat or whatever. In the background, you can have a plain background. And with a plain background, you can just click, like, ask anyone in your family to click a photo and then use for your LinkedIn. So
Mm-hmm.
try to use that. And for, as I was looking for creative people, take two versions. One, you can show your creativity, but use that version when you're going through a referral. So when you're going through a chat, you can send that. But when you're applying, use the simple one, which is black and white.
Mm-hmm. Understood, understood. Thank you so much. So, guys, these are the, like, we don't have to be very much overwhelmed with a lot of things. And guys, yes, we should have to stop writing hobby as a playing cricket. All right. So, so we generally write it. I'm sure you must be tired of about this. So the another question was like previous experience. Then I guess our guests have already mentioned that yes, you have to show some hands-on experience and project if you don't have any, right? Because on that basis they will decide whether you'll go ahead or not. All right.
Yeah.
So now coming to the cracking first interview questions about it. So What exactly can you just tell us that what exactly the usual hiring process for data analytics looks like?
Yeah, so hiring process is exactly the same in terms of obviously you need to update your LinkedIn resume, then apply for a job. Then obviously the interview process is that you will have an interview call with a recruiter like me. They will try to understand how relevant your experience is, what you have done as a data analyst, did you had a past experience or not, what skills, what tools you know, and then obviously based on that you will be asked relevant questions like have you had experience in reporting, did you use any of these dashboards, how big data set have you analyzed, what was the outcome, what problem were you trying to solve. So these are the like normal standard questions which will be asked. And then obviously after that, I used to get like always like what should I say, like a problem statement and a like a proper data set. And I have done a lot of presentations as well. So a lot of companies actually do that, that you will get like a one of the rounds as that you will be provided like a small data set, then you will be given like a week time, and then you will be asked to present it, what you learned from it. So there will be some questions based on the data set, and then based analyzing the data set you will be asked like what outcome did you got out of this, what was the like this was a problem, how will you solve using this data, what are the KPIs. So based on that you have to give your learnings, and then
Mhm.
based on that decision will be made whether you are going ahead or not. So generally it used to take 2 to 3 weeks to complete each and every round. And I
Mhm.
remember I've done presentations majority of the time, like
Mhm.
in terms of doing that. And
Mhm.
also it depends from company to company as well. Like if you're targeting like a big tech company or like an IT company, then obviously the process can be a little bit more technical. But if you're targeting like a non-tech company or company which is not that technical, like for example a consulting company, then you will go through a consulting case study. You won't
Mhm.
go through like a proper technical round. So it depends from company to company as well. And it's like not very standardized as per the part of like in big tech companies. It's
Mhm.
very simple. First round is a technical phone screening. Then after that, you have to
Mhm.
go through a on-site, which is back-to-back 5 to 6 rounds. So that is where I think it's there.
Wow, God. So it needs a lot of preparation for that for sure. So demand is so much, but not that easy as well.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep.
So now the few things because now we are going to be into this Q&A session. But the last but not least question, that what are the main red flag you want to mention while hiring a person for a data analyst position?
Yeah, I think the biggest red flag is again, as I said, most important thing is like, have you ever have played with data? Have you ever had any hands-on experience? Did you ever analyzed even a small, like even if it's 10 rows of
Mhm.
data set, have you ever analyzed it? Have you ever really know what data really look like do you know how to normalize it, do you know really how to sort it out, clean it, right? Like data cleaning is very very important, because in companies data is very scattered, data is very mixed, and you get a lot of rows and you have to merge them. So data cleaning is very very important in, as one of the steps in data analytics. So do you
Mhm.
really know about all this, do you really know about all of these areas overall from end to end? If the
Mhm.
answer is yes, then obviously we will go ahead. But if the answer is no, and also to add in data analyst roles, some companies require a lot of technical part. They might require you to know Python, R, and they will ask you to write scripts. Some companies might not do that. Some companies really
Mhm.
have reporting work. So it depends from company to role as well, that what is the requirement, and based on that, how much technical you yourself want to go into, right? Like a lot of people might say, I just want to stick with reporting. I mean, then you can apply for a role which just need reporting. But
Mhm.
it can also be a scenario where a lot of companies are like, no, you really need a lot of
Mhm.
technical expertise, hands-on technical coding. So that is
Mhm.
where I think it's very important for you to learn for it and then apply for these roles.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. And any two or three tips to crack these interviews for a fresher like us? Like if suppose we are switching in which phase we are called as a fresher.
Yep.
So need two, three tips.
I think obviously start preparing well in advance, go through the
Mm-hmm.
job description again and again, try to understand what is the requirement. So if I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying it's like a very technical role, do a lot of coding practice because obviously you will be asked technical question. If it's less technical round, then still you will be asked data related questions because it's a data analyst role. Try to work or really know what you're writing in your profile, in your resume, because I have seen that a lot of people just write random things just to get an interview
Mm-hmm.
call, but they really don't know what they have written in their profile. So if you are writing something random, please don't do that because it will help you to get a call, but it won't help you to really land the offer. So
Mm-hmm.
don't do those mistakes, and try to make sure that you follow the star format which I mentioned. Your answers are well structured. You know what you are saying. You can actually like not like just like what should I say, cramming the whole answer. Like you're not just like you are just coming, and it should not look like that you have crammed it or you have just learned it from somewhere. If you don't know any answer, don't feel overwhelmed, just say I don't know. Don't
Exactly.
don't fake it. Don't be like no, I have to actually answer every question. Yes, you have to, but it's not mandatory that you are faking anything. You are just merging. You are just like randomly saying whatever, right? So if you don't know anything, just say sorry, I don't know me,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm happy to learn more. I'm happy to go back and learn about it, but at this point of time I don't know the answer, so don't do
Mm-hmm. Exactly, exactly. And Nikita, like for sure, like people are hiding so much. They are selecting and rejecting thousands of people. So if
that.
I am as a non-IT background coming and you're already seen my CV, so you already by default know that how much I may be knowing. So
Yeah,
I am supposed to do some mistake, right? You must be knowing that what is my benchmark or something, right? So being
yes.
honest is something which we have to uh, look forward for. All right. So, Nikita, I would request you to have a glass of water because I'll just take 2 minutes and then we are going to start the Q&A
Yeah.
session.
Yes. Before that, I'm just adding my LinkedIn profile link. I don't know
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
add, or if you want to add it, I just tried, but I think it's not
Yeah,
working.
sure, guys. Here's a LinkedIn profile. Well, I got a question that people were trying to connect to you. So you can connect with our guest to speaker for sure. And be ready with a lot of questions, guys, because in just 2 minutes, we are going to start the Q&A session. All right. And you can bombard
Actually, I
that.
tried to add in the link, but I don't see it in the chat. So I don't
We
know.
have, we have, our team has updated and a start
Oh,
mark.
okay. Got
All
it.
right, guys. So you can
Okay.
connect with our guest speaker and you can bombard a lot of questions. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Fine then. So as I said that, what exactly will help you as we discussed a lot of tips and tricks about the CV. We discussed about the tips. Then one thing is very clear that making a perfect CV is very much important. So in our career packages in the Coding Invaders, we have these facilities available where our expert team will help you to make your CV more better, LinkedIn profile more better, and we will do a multiple mock interviews to make you more confident so that when you are going to talk to the recruiter like Nikita, for sure you feel very confident and they can see the confidence in you because you have already done it. It will not be a case where you will be nervous that it's the first time. You have already practiced this 100 times, so it will be very easy for you, and you will be making more sense when you will be doing a lot of mock interviews. And for sure, fast track career job research, we have already done it, so you have to just upskill yourself and get the things done. That's it, guys. So, all right. Now the question comes in how we can guarantee a job. The first simple answer is the vacancies are so much. Second thing, we know what exactly skills are required. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with a lot of you know 20, 30 tools. Only few tools are required which you need to master and get the things done. And we already have a lot of hiring partners, so we know how to analyze and we know how to put your profile and maintain your profile in such a way where you get at least 10, 20, 30 interview calls or scheduler calls. If I'll take a case where if I'll schedule a 10 interview calls for you, so for sure you will at least crack one, right? So for sure the guaranteed job is there only if you are dedicated enough. All right, so consistency is very much important. So guys, now and just after a few seconds we are going to start the Q&A session. Be ready with your questions, guys. Now I just wanted to remind everybody who have joined in the middle of this particular webinar that we are running this contest. That is, you can win this data analytics course, that too for free, and which is a premium and which promises job guarantee. For sure. So here is the link in the chat section. You can still go, and after the Q&A session, I will be going to announce the winner right in front of you. So the contest is going to just end after 5 or 10 minutes once the Q&A session is done. So here's the link in the chat section. Everybody who wants to win this course for free, the premium course of a Coding Invaders, which promises job guarantee, and the batches are going to start just after a few days. So go register, and then I'll announce the winner. So, all right, guys, I can see the people have already started participating. Fine. So now I hope everybody have collected their questions. So I'm just moving towards the Q&A sessions now. All right. So I've got a bunch of questions. Oh my god, so many questions. Um. All right. So we are going to this. I got questions. So, hi Nikita. We have a bunch of questions now. Excited
Yep.
to share with you.
Perfect.
And the question from Godwin D'Souza, that
Mhm.
I am 65-year old. What are my chances and percentage in getting a job?
Yeah, so again, age don't define any job, and age is not going to be like that. Even if you are like very late in the whole cycle of getting a job, or you started really late, don't worry about it. Just think about like why you are going for it, what roles are you really targeting, what is your like why you really really interested in this role, what are you really going to get out of it, what
Mhm.
where do you really see yourself in next 5 years of your career. If you
Mhm.
have those answers really answered, then you're good enough for it.
All right. So for sure, there's no age restrictions, but you must be having a justified answers that can convince them to go ahead. All right. So another question from Faizan is: working as a sales executive is also count in career gap?
No. So obviously working as anything else which is not relevant to your next role is not going to count as a career gap. You just
Mhm.
have to justify that you were working as a sales representative, and also to add in or justify, like let's say now you're targeting a data role while you were working till today as a sales representative. You can say that yes, I was working as a sales representative, but I was also analyzing the sales data. I was reporting back to my manager, and you will say that I did 10 sales today. Yesterday I did six sales, and how I made 6 to 10, maybe I used these strategies, and I was analyzing in my brain that because of whatever I was saying to the customers, this helped to grow my conversion rate from 6 to 10. So basically you can use your sales data, you can play around it, you can strategize it, and you can be like,
Mhm.
this is how you I was analyzing my sales data, and this is how I was growing in my role, and that's why it made me interested to actually help my have my career in data analytics.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. And another question from Divya is that I have a 6 years of experience as a DBA support and want to pursue career in business analyst. Can joining data analytics helps me to get into business analyst? And do my previous 6 years experience will get counted? So somewhere I felt that she is confused between data analytics or business analyst.
Got it.
So your answer on this, please.
Yeah, so if you're confused between two careers, and if you're still not sure, what one best thing I can suggest is go for any internship, go for freelancing work, or do some personal project, and that will help you to actually understand or realize that whether you are liking business analyst more or whether you're liking data analyst more. And also the thing is, like, even if then also, like, let's say 3 months of internship, 3 months of part-time job also not helped you, then also what you can do is you can go for any of the option, you can start working internally, and then internally you can jump for a role like from business analyst to data analyst or data analyst to business analyst, and you can internally make that switch and be like,
Mhm.
okay, I was more. You can talk to your manager, be like, I'm more interested in business analyst role. So can you help me move my career to this role? So that is something also you can internally do.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. And another question from Monica is: Hi Nikita, I have 7 years of experience into IT, mainly into support profile. How can I move to data analyst role?
Support and what was the role currently?
Currently, she is into the support role.
Got it.
She's into IT, mainly into support profile,
Got it. Okay.
and she's asking that how can I move to data analyst role?
Got it. So, I mean, obviously, one simple way to do is you can go for a course or a degree or a program or any boot camp like this one, and you can apply and you can get it. And it's very easy for you to learn skills and add it to your profile. Obviously, the other way is that you can internally talk, as I said, to your manager because you're already working in an IT company. So you can talk to your manager and be like, I want to move into data analytics. So can you help me start moving internally my role? The
Mm-hmm.
third thing is obviously while you're working full time, you can do some part time, like you can go to Upwork. I don't know people
Mm-hmm.
know about it or not. You can take some freelancing projects from there, and side by
Mm-hmm.
side you can start like playing around with data. Obviously, the last thing is you can go on Kaggle, which said previously as well. You can start taking small data set, big data set, and you can start playing or working on your personal projects. And I think those personal projects will help you to understand how you can move your profile into data analytics slowly.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much. And last but not least, and from Anish, as
Yeah.
a developer, I'm working on support projects where it is not adding any value to my work, and I don't see any growth in long run. So, is it the right time to switch to a data analyst job?
Yep. So if you think that you're not growing, or if you really think that you're stuck in your job and it's not helping you, then definitely go for it. Definitely start exploring. But my question again goes back is like, why data analytics? If you don't have an answer to it, if you really don't have a clear path that why you're looking or why you're moving, then you might also feel the same thing in your next role, in your data analytics role. So try to first get that answer out very clearly. Try to also make sure that you know why you are moving from your current role to XYZ role. If you don't have those really clearly written in your mind, then I think the chances of you again growing and also loving your job is going to be very difficult. So try to make sure that you have that answer ready. And it's not about you for yourself, but when you go into the interview rounds as well, they will also ask you, you were working in XYZ domain, why you are coming to and I used to get that answer always. I used to always have that answer of why data analytics, why you are changing the role, what made you really get interested. So if you don't have a story, if you don't have a real clear answer, then it becomes really difficult for you to justify in the interviews.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pretty good answer, and
Yeah.
it will definitely help us. And the last question, as we are getting a lot of questions, I know this question will not end for
Yeah,
sure.
I can see that.
And but yes, for more questions, you can definitely connect to
Yep.
Nikita over LinkedIn. But last question, as I got, is there any difference in work culture in startups and big companies regarding data analytics?
No, I don't think so. There's no difference. Obviously, the job or the overall work is same. It's not like you will get some other work or something else in a small company over a big company. So the work overall is going to be same. Obviously the difference is that, as I said previously as well, that you can take more responsibilities, you can be more vocal, you can be more open in a startup because they give you more leverage to explore things, versus in a big company the chances of you getting a lot of responsibilities or maybe your role expanding a lot is less as compared to a startup, because in startups people want you to take more responsibilities, people really want you to be more independent, people really want you to be more proactive, versus a big tech company or a IT company.
Understood. Understood. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Nikita, for answering these questions in a much detailed way.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving your time over here in this early morning. We genuinely respect your effort that you have given for our audience. And for sure, we're not done yet, but yeah, we will definitely try to bring you again in our webinar, in the coming webinar, guys. And I know you have a lot of questions again, but still, this is it as of now. Nikita, would you like to say anything lastly before going
Yeah,
to
I
the
can
end?
just say, yeah, first of all, thanks a lot for inviting me. And I love talking to people. I know it was pretty early for me, but I love doing this. And I have been helping job seekers from last 2 years. I love to do this I will continue doing it. So if anyone is looking for any opportunity, any kind of help, please feel free to reach out. I am more than happy to. I write content every day. I'm there for job seekers every day.
Mm-hmm.
One thing which I can say is that time is difficult. I'm not going to say fancy words, or I'm just not going to give you like wrong hopes. Recession is
Mm-hmm.
going on, layoffs are happening, time is difficult. Even 2 years back when COVID came, people thought that this is a difficult time, worst time. But now, to be very frank, based on the mass layoffs, this is more difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
But don't feel that it's going to stay. COVID went away, last recession went away, things just move on. So it will also go away. So don't feel that you have to really be like stuck to it, and what is
Exactly.
happening today will continue happening. Just keep on doing the hard work, keep on
Mm-hmm.
working on it, but strategize your strategy in a way that you know what you're doing. Don't just blindly follow someone, right? Like, don't do that. Really understand what you're doing, really learn data analytics when you really feel that you want to learn it, and then go for it, because I think that is really, really important.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So one thing is clear that the best about the time is it changes. All right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Nikita, for joining here, and we'll see you again in the next webinar. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for inviting me. Bye, everyone. Bye.
So, guys, I know that we had an amazing time with Nikita, for sure. That thing is not over yet. Stay, 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 stay. We're gonna announce the winner now. Who will be winning this particular courses for free, man? Come on. Now I know that you must be having a lot of questions, right? You're saying that I'm from a sales, I'm from a non-IT. Come on, man, I have also done sales. I will be also answering a lot of questions. Don't worry, stay here. Now we are going to, sooner, just 1 or 2 minutes, we are going to announce the winner. But still, I saw that some of the people are joining lately and watching this, and they got so much of information. I know that it was very, very much helpful. So, guys, this is a last reminder to all of you who have stayed till now and or who have joined in the middle or lately in this particular webinar, who has given their time over here. We are giving this particular premium course of a data analytics by Coding Invaders, which promises job guarantee and written agreement, that too for free. So you can win this for free right now. I'm not just saying that I'll announce tomorrow or day after tomorrow, months later, or after Black Friday or something. No. In just 5 minutes, I'm going to announce the winner to participate in this contest, because I started this contest in just 50 minutes back. I'm going to end it in just 5 minutes. So link is into the chat section. Go register it. I'll give you a few minutes. I'll discuss few more things, and then I'll come back and announce a winner for sure. Right? We will be discussing a lot of things over here. Only just few minutes, and I would request everybody. You have stayed. You spent your time. You learned so much of things. I know you have enjoyed getting your query resolved. A lot of myths have been cleared. So go register to the link, participate in this contest, and I'll announce the winner for sure. Meanwhile, let's move on and understand what is the future pay and everything. I'll give you my personal experience that the role generally starts with a junior analyst, data scientist, middle data analyst, and senior. I have bought too many guests in the masterclass. Some people are data scientists, some people are, are recruiters, experienced people. You know what the guest has told me? They laughed on me looking at the digits which I have mentioned. They said that you have written a very low digits, like 6 lakh or 7 lakh or something. All right. But the genuine fact is, people are starting with more than 10 lakh of packages. They have literally laughed on my face and they said that you have generally written very rarest case. So trust me, guys, the slides which I have kept in front of you, the numbers that I have written, guys, this number is a very rare case scenario. And the worst case scenario will start with 7 lakh, which is too much, right? Being a non-IT background, you will get it for sure. So people are starting with a 10 lakh of packages minimum right now, if I'll tell you. All right. So no need to worry about, you just need to upskill yourself. So if I'll tell you the future career track, so you will firstly start as a data analyst, right? And then like a senior financial analyst and a business analyst and senior data analyst analytics. See, whatever course you do in your entire life, if you're looking for a data domain, then you will start your journey as a data analyst. You cannot start your journey as a data scientist. Even if you get hired with the name of data scientist, the job role that you will be handling will be of data analyst. People are fascinated about the name. but for sure that people will be getting as a data analyst. All right, moving ahead. Now, how we will help you to reach your career goals. So we are having this one-on-one personal mentorship. So why one-on-one personal mentorship is required? Because you are from a non-IT, you have a lot of silly questions, you must be having a lot of hesitations, you must need a lot of help. How we can help that? For that you need personal mentorship. I cannot just come and give a 1 hour lecture and then go. That's now how things works now. You are serious about your career after 20 years or 25 or 30 years, for sure you need hardcore training, hardcore mentorship. And that's why personal mentorship is very much required. And our guest speaker have also said the same thing, that mentoring is very much required. Trust me, guys, it's just not like, I'm just convincing you, but it is a fact. Any which ways, in the graduation also you discuss with the seniors, you take help from the people, your relatives. Similarly, in the career, if you're not aware, you take help from the people. And that's how we generally help people to get the things done, because we're under the mission to help all the people to switch from a non-IT to IT background. Right? Exclusive career packages are there, fast track job search are there, 100% job guarantees are there. Why? I'm not just saying with create a hype, it's logical. Vacancies are so much, people are not skilled, and we help people to get skilled and apply for a job, and you will crack it. If I will schedule 10 calls for you, don't you think you will crack at least one? Everybody will crack it. So guarantee is there. It can only be possible if you are consistently giving 1.5 hours on a daily basis. Now people think that I don't have a time, blah blah blah. But trust me, guys, on an average, every Indian is spending more than 2 hours of time on watching some shitty Urfi Javad's video. But trust me, guys, we can do it if we will spend on the right place. All right. Now, moving ahead, for sure, as I said, that everything is from scratch. In our, if I talk about batch, then more than 59% of our students didn't have a IT background, but still they are making big. I have some samples I'll show you. And the best part is now, Nikit, our guest speaker told us that if you are not having from non-IT background, then we should need to show something so that we, on that basis, we will get had. So for sure, the study pattern has been made a project based, so that what we have done, we have made a digital lab where you will be practicing what exactly the people are doing in Microsoft, Amazon, or something, and that digital lab will give you real-time errors and the solutions, and that's how you will become project oriented, and you will practice all the real business case studies. So all the learning that you are doing is not theoretical, it's a project based learning. So why it is important? Because when you're going for an interview, when you will talk like an experienced person, and that's how they will recognize that yes, he has done something, he knows pros and cons, he knows that what we will do, how, what sort of a problem we are facing, and how we can bring a solution. So that will reflect if you will learn in a project, in a form of a blended way. Project based learning will help you like this. It comes by default when you are talking. All right. And for sure, one-on-one mentoring is very much important. As I said, we have LMS. It's not something that we will give you an app or something. We have a website. It's a web-based learning portal, which is LMS, Learning Management System, where you can log in anywhere and practice and get the things done anytime, whenever you are getting time. Just 1.5 hours on a daily basis. Here is like a screenshot to just tell you that how exactly people are learning and getting the things clear. So here's a group pic. People are interacting with the mentors and having industrial expert sessions with the mentors, so that they should know that where they are standing right now, where, what is the reality check, how much they need to work upon, what pre-assumptions they have, what exactly the current trends are going in the market. These are the things are very much important, which you cannot build it by yourself, because you don't know what exactly is happening into the current market and what is the most demanding tool. And that's why, to make you updated and to stay in the game, we do certain activities, so that when you're giving interview, you are already aware that what this organization needs, and that's how you start pitching yourself. All right, here's some examples. You can see that these are not our students, these are our mentors who are basically helping the people to get the things done. And for sure, the people who are interested in these live sessions, we have live sessions as well, group webinars, as I discussed. And this is, trust me, very much important to win this game, because if you will not update yourself, you will become like a Nokia. Nokia has a lot of potential. They didn't update it themselves. They're out of the league. All right. So trust me, guys, this is the best example. Now, if I'll give you an example, that Shashank. So Shashank is a fresher, and he generally he was a fresher, but he started with a 5 lakh of package, and it's like years back. And after just 2 3 years, trust me, guys, I'll just tell you one thing. After 2 3 years, he will be touching more than 20 lakhs. And if a fresher with no experience, nothing, just a simple graduation can make 5 lakh, then after 2 3 years he'll be touching more than 20 lakhs easily. You can go and check out his LinkedIn profile, by the way. So now the major thing, as I have consulted more than 200 plus people, I have observed people are saying that we need to learn this tools, that tools, this tool, that tools, so much of tools. No, man, you don't have to overwhelm yourself with a lot of syllabus, lot of modules, or lot of tools. No, it's not like that. You have to only learn certain and particular tools that will help you to get your first job. Rest, you are mature enough to grow by yourself, man. You don't need a proper, legit 100 tool thing, then you will get us in. No, we will help you to get into your first data analyst job, and rest you will make by yourself, man. You are smart enough. Now, whatever job you are in right now, you made your career by yourself. You just figured out the first way to get into that particular profession, and now you are something, right, with your experience, with your hard work. Same goes here. Simple concept. We are not creating hype. Trust me, we will teach only those tools which is required only to get into the data analyst profession. Rest, with your experience and timing, you will become for sure. All right, because we have all those facilities. All right, being very practical. Now the time is came to announce the winner. Let me check how many people have already participated. All right, guys, and it's time to announce the winner, and then I'll tell you that all the people, who will not win, what they will get. So you have to stay for another 5 minutes. But now I'm going to announce the winner. So, guys, time's up. I know you have been waiting for this particular time to know who is the winner now. All right. So still last time, I'm just giving 1 minute to everybody who have not registered yet and just watching me like this. Go and register in this particular contest. The link is into the chat section. All right. Give me thumbs up if you are ready. I will share my screen right now and I'll use a website to choose the random person, and then I will show the winner. All right. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you are registered. That I'll just give you 1 last minute only. 1 last minute. Give me thumbs up if you are done. Give me thumbs up. I'm just waiting for the people's reaction. So, yes. People who have not registered, go register faster. Manika, ready. Prachi, ready. Faizan, ready. Pranav, Shri, ready. All of them are ready. Sujit, ready. Meher, Saurabh, Nisha, Pallavi, Sakshi, Sujit, Rajesh, Harshal, Pallavi, everybody is ready for that. Maybe you can win this particular premium course, that too for free. Oh my god. Okay, just one thing, guys. Just one last thing. How was the webinar? And did you like my webinar? And was that interesting for all of you? And do suggest me any other guest if you want to bring in, because I keep on bringing the guest. How was the winner? Just give me a feedback so that the 1 minute gets over and then allows the winner. It will give me a kind of a motivation to me. So super awesome, Amir. It was brilliant. It's good. Thank you. It's like I've been talking for more than 1.5 hours. My mouth is paining. Trust me, guys. But these are the things which gave me the motivation. You're awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I'm very much positive now. Okay. Let me have this glass of water and I'll announce the winner. To all the people who want to connect with me separately, my LinkedIn link is into the chat section. You can connect with me, ask me as much question as you want. I will help you to answer all of you. All right. In just few seconds, I'm going to announce the winner. Here's my LinkedIn link, guys. You can connect with me now. You can send me the request if you want. I would love to help all of you. All right. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's announce the winner now. I know you have been waiting for this particular time. So I'm going to share my screen now. So how many people have participated already? So I can see more than 200 people have participated. All right. So let me share my screen and so I have shared my screen. So this is the sheet where the people have registered. Let me see how many people have registered. Total 203. Sanjay is the last one. Anybody else who is left? I'm going to lock it. So basically, this is the website that I use to choose the random winner. So 203. So 203. So they will choose one out of 203 randomly. All right. Let me see again if anybody is left. So I can see people are still registering. 203. All right. 203. I got some message. All right. 203. Let me check once again. Anybody new came in? Okay, now I'm locking it. Now see, 205. Now still people are coming. Guys, hurry up. People are waiting. 205. I'm refreshing again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm done. 205. Let's lock it now. 205. Now let's go, guys. Who is the winner now? 191. Number 191, you are the winner. I don't know who you are, and I'll open the sheet now and I'll see who is the winner now. Who is this lucky guy? You can be the one. Okay, excited? All right. Let me open my sheet and see number one. I'll just scroll so quick that everybody should get worried that who is that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? 191, 191, 191. 191 is Mayur. Mayur, based at gmail.com, is the winner of this particular webinar, and he got this premium course of a Coding Invaders, which promises job guarantee, that too for free. So Mayur, you are the winner of this particular contest. You got this for free, and I'm super excited that you won this. So you will be sooner getting a call from Coding Invaders. All right, and you will be enrolled. All right, but stay, guys. To all the people who haven't won this particular course for free, I have something for you. Stay. So I'm just updating the slides. I'll just check my team that if they can upload the slides, and then I'll show you what still is left for the people who have not won. All right. So now, to all the people who have not won, still you are into this particular offer. So in this particular offer, we are giving all the people who have not won, they are still getting 37% discount in the job guarantee badge. Sujit is congratulating. Oh, people are upset. Sakshi is upset. All right, don't worry, Sakshi. We still are into this particular game. So, to all the people who have not won, sure, and you can utilize this certificate to get an additional discount. So the course price is 11,490 per month, but just because of the Black Friday and you attended this particular webinar, you will get it in just 7,199 per month, and that is for 12 months only. And the discount is only for you all only who have attended the webinar, so you can mention that you have attended the webinar. All right, so the discount is for 37% only for the people, only for this Black Friday, and only for the people who have attended this webinar. So for sure, you are getting this additional benefit for a job guarantee patch. The link is still, if you still want to participate, you can go and you will get a free counseling call from our expert. So if I talk about EMI, if you don't have money, don't worry. We have EMI problems. So we have programs available. So we have a cool and clear EMI, no interest, nothing is there. So we will be paying interest for you. You just can pay on a easily monthly basis. Not a big deal. Now, let me tell you a quick hack that how you can get the course still for free. So, if you want to make it more cheaper and cheaper, then in that case, uh, Fazan with an anger is saying, "Congratulations, Mayu. Be happy, guys. All right, clap for others. Well, there will be a time come when people will be clapping for you. All right. So, there's a referral program. What we do in this particular referral program, if you have some friends, refer them, you both will get a 5,000 discount. Now if you have 10 friends, your all 10 friends will get 5,000 each discount, plus how much you will get? 5,000 into 10, which is 50,000 directly off. So that's how you can refer people. The link of the referral is there in this particular link. Go and refer people and make the course price zero, because your network is your net worth. And the more you share the knowledge, the more wise you will become. So I even my struggle time, I have done the same thing. I helped other people and I got the course for free. It's as simple as that. All right. So guys, I'm sure you have enjoyed this particular webinar. I'm sure you love this particular webinar. I'm sure you got all your questions and everything. Lastly, we are going to bring another best speaker for sure for another webinar. So you can just text me or on the LinkedIn if you want that, this guest speaker please bring, so I will bring that guest speaker. Any feedback if you have, you can just DM me on a LinkedIn. My link is into the chat section. You can connect with me, ask me any question, how to get into this DA, how to join this Coding Invaders, anything, everything you can ask me, and the link is there already. So you can connect with me, guys, not a big problem. All right, and ask me any question if you want, not a major challenge. All right, guys. So as I'm going to share my LinkedIn link to all of you. If you want to connect with me, and we will win this game for sure. All right, any feedback, anything, you can ask me and I'll be connecting with you one on one personally. If you have any feedback, guys, please do send me on the LinkedIn. It will give me a motivation and I'll bring an amazing guest like this again and again for you all. I hope you have enjoyed this particular session. See you guys and have a very good evening.